Hello, hello, hello. Live. We got three good camera setups here. Three cameras pointing at painting. I'm going to put up OBS here. Let's drag this over. Oh, good. Set myself a little notification there. I'm going to share it. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Twitter. Post to Facebook. Let's just post it. I don't have time to type. I'm going to start working on this painting. Let's share it to Twitter. See how many viewers we can get. Via Paint with Alex. Tweet. Let's close that. Come back here. So as you can see, we are ready to go. Put my gloves on. And with just some, I got to take a photo of this setup because you can't see any of the cameras. Well, maybe you can see a little bit of that one right there. But we got one pointing down here. And then, so we put that picture in picture, and then we turned it. I guess, I don't know. Yeah, we turned it so that it looks like, this is the bottom, and that's the top, even though it's shooting from the other way. And then we got this here pointing at the painting, and then we have this laptop here, so we can interact with it all. Here, I guess I could take this. Here, let me change cams right here. And I'm going to slowly take this one off and back up a little ways here. And you can see the setup. So there's one. This camera is pointing at painting. This camera, which is the one I'm holding now, is pointing at the palette. And then the camera on the computer is pointing at me. And then here's me pointing at you. Look at that. Cool. So this should just slide right back in here. Stop shaking. Let's go back to the 3-shot. Yeah. Feel free to chat. I don't think anybody's chatting in here. No one's here. But we're doing a good stream, so we're going to get some paint on the palette. It's a pretty dark painting, but you still need white. And it's kind of a night scene, so it's pretty orange. I'm going to squeeze out some transparent red oxide right there. It's called red oxide, but it's really more like orange. This burn umber might be empty, but I'm going to, no, we still got some. I'm going to use some of this bright red, I guess. I have this is a lifetime supply for me here. But I guess we're going to use up some red this time. Put some red down. And then something Something makes me want to take one of these paper palettes and mix a little bit of like an orange separately. This is just a live stream, so there's no particular lesson plan. I am just filming as I paint here. Bip, 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 bip. Let's take a little bit of this weird yellow. Oh, Claire Holzer subscribed to me on YouTube. Thanks, Claire. I hope you and Henry and Dan are taking it easy out there in that fine city. I won't say it because, you know, it could be private. So, we got more of an orange here. Now I want to kind of do that again. Different, here, let's use that same yellow here. Some more yellow. And then I'm going to grab just a little bit of red. Okay. Got a nice couple of piles of big red. And then orange. So, yeah. I'm going to put this maybe, hold on. Let me move this pile over there. We're going to put this one, let's put that there. Now I got to watch that I'm not, I'm like a mouth breather, guys, because I'm constantly congested in my nose. But I don't want to make sort of wheezing sounds. But sometimes that happens. Gonna put this one here. So, and then here's the rest of that red. So I squeezed out a bunch of red. But then when I was I guess a little more careful about squeezing out my yellow, so I got some orange and some red orange and some red. And we did that on a separate palette. Now I'm going to squeeze out that yellow, just straight yellow. Right here. And then I'm going to give some yellow ochre. Yellow ochre. Right there. Oh, could be the end almost of this tube of yellow ochre, but I think I got another one. Hey, Claire. Hey, Henry. How you guys doing? Thanks for live chatting. You guys, yeah. At least you can go in your backyard and get a little fresh air. I can go up to the roof here. Now we got this Prussian blue. Let's put that there. I don't think I'm going to need a lot of blue. But I might want some, just to kind of make some black. So I'm always a fan of having ultramarine blue out there on your palette. You guys are doing good. That's good to hear. As you can see, for years I've been acquiring all the parts to live stream. Then I never really figured it out until I was just like, well, now I got to do it. So, look at this, 3 cameras. 3 in 1. It took me a long time tinkering with just the materials I have, but to finally get it looking good. Okay. So this painting here is kind of like it's from a drawing I did looking down from the parking structure above the Carl's Jr. in downtown. So this is 7th, and then this would be Broadway. And I kind of like this looking down composition, so I'm going to just put more people in it. I've got this kind of line of looks like cops up here. 3 cameras are cool, that's right. And then here I got all these people, and then, you know, the street and stuff. So different things I'm going to be working on is trying to just get more crowd pattern, shape, colors, and then also get a little more lighting in the street. And so just in the name of teaching a little bit, I got this, I make these grayscales. And so this one's like really flat and tiny. And then this one is like a surfboard. And so I can go up to my painting with this little tiny one and find out how light something is. Like here's a guy that looks like he's got a white shirt on. So if I hold this up to his white shirt in the painting, it's actually this gray right here. That's white. That's not even as white as you could get. But right there. So that's what looks like white in this painting because it's a night scene. So just to let you guys know, I'm going to pretty much, for the background areas, I'm kind of going to stay underneath here. When I get lighter than this, hey, it's me, Henry. What's up, bud? When I get lighter than this, that's going to look like it's glowing, like a light or, you know. You'll see. What's up, Henry? You're typing on the computer. We're interacting. Let's get some brushes. Pick a few of these out. There's my brushes. I'm just going to grab a bunch of small ones so I can mix a few different colors first. And then a couple of mediums. Alex, it's me, Henry. Hells Fargo. Ha! How does it, what? How you doing, bud? There's a little bit of a lag in our conversation just because the live stream isn't, we're interacting, that's right. That looks like enough. So I'm going to just start mixing up some colors first. Grab some of this white, and let's mix some of this straight up white with the transparent red oxide. You can see that kind of makes a sort of a terracotta orangey color. And I want to mix a kind of a big pile of that. That's about the value of this, right about here. So that's, you can see right there, that's pretty close. It's darker than that, lighter than that. All right, good enough. Now I'm going to clean this brush just a little bit. You can see that's, that's my brush cleaner right here. It's a little cup. I can zoom in on that later if you have any questions. IK stands for I know. Ik. Hey, really nice. Okay. So now I'm going to take some of this white and I'm going to mix it with my burnt umber here. I got some kind of dry burnt umber. That's what I'm going to use. It's clean, but it's really thick and dry. Really nice. Well, I'm glad you guys are feeling safe out in Pasadena. Didn't I hear something about, is that little slip with the shades of gray? Yeah, well, it's not laminated. It's coated with resin. And the resin, it's real shiny, and it's totally almost indelible to anything. I mean, it's really, you can't, there's nothing you can do to, to wear it out. It's awesome. So even if your paint dries on there, you can just scratch it off, and there you go. Okay. So the last thing I'm going to do, I guess, is I'm going to mix some gray. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to use this blob, a little bit of this blob of gray that I've had lying around here. So we're just going to squeeze a little bit of that out. In fact, I'll just put that right there. That's my gray blob. And I'll throw the rest of this away. But the burnt umber is kind of a brown. And then this is more of a gray. So it looks cooler, slightly. It's a very warm painting. A lot of orange in it. So this is probably all the cool I'm going to need. So I'm getting in the key of this painting here. And time to just start, you know what, I'm going to start covering up some of these areas that are still the glaze. Like over here. So that's straight. Want that a little cooler. Let's put some yellow in it. I mean, a little warmer. There we go. Boo. Okay. Let's see. I like but hate simultaneously the word blob. Henry, did you know there's a movie called The Blob? And guess what? Guess what the main bad guy in that movie is? That's right. A blob. A blob that eats you. Okay. So I'm getting a little dark. I don't know. It's going to be too hard to explain what I'm doing at the moment. So I'll just read your comments down there. By the way, you can record your screen with Screencasty. It's a Google extension. Henry? This is Henry. Like Claire, this is Henry. This kid, he knows what he's talking about here. Well, I'm recording this. I guess you're right. I could record it for my own, to have my own recording. Yeah, I could. Henry. Yeah, that's Henry. Wow. You're pretty smart. That's really cool, man. Okay, I'm going to put a dark in here. I'm going to get dark here. Blob. No blah, blah, blah. No, I mean like your PC screen. Right. I could be, you can do that in, what are you saying? You're saying you can do it with Screencast. It's a Google extension. And I can do it inside OBS, which is the program that I'm running all these cameras through. Catch my drift? Boy, I can tell already I'm going to need a lot more transparent red oxide. For this painting, this transparent red oxide is like brown. Whereas otherwise, oh boy, it would be like, geez, so orange. So I'm getting there. I plan on streaming for a couple hours here. Till I figure out what the heck is going on. You can OBS pause the recording while you're recording or draw on the screen. Just saying. Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah, it would be nice to... Okay, that's looking good. Getting the right darkness. I was saying it would be nice to be able to draw on my iPad and then see it on the screen. That would really... I have to get some kind of screencast thing, like you're saying. Cast that screen. Okay. Trying to put some lights in. We're just going to try to make it up. So that's probably it's going to be a challenge. But I'm saying, okay, I'm going to say this is pavement in the light. So if I'm saying that, then the road has got to be a little bit darker than that. So then this light, it would be shining right about here. Let's get some of this orange. A little bit lighter. Are you trying to make light come out that window? Yeah, that's one thing I'm trying to do. I want this pavement here to look a little bit lighter. I need more white. Here. Yo. Yo. Yo, babe. Yo, man. Okay. So that would be... I'm going up too high. Well, that's okay. Now there's this darker part. So that's going to be... darker. Not dark enough. Something like that. If paint came out that faster, you could play paintball with it. I know. Henry, you'd probably appreciate my mom was not a fan of the paintbrush cam. So I could mount the brush right on the, so it's not just pointing at the palette, it's like, it is the camera, the paintbrush. And it's kind of, I saw John Kilduff do it, my genius friend. And it's first-person shooter, first-person painter. Okay, now, in this painting, that stripe has got to get really light. Oh, I might have to take my glasses off to do this. So I can't see it so good. Well, let's see. No, a GoPro helmet would be... Oh, yeah. True. So if I had the helmet instead of this hat, or maybe this hat right in the center, I had a GoPro hat. You're right. I'm gonna like the stream so potentially more people will see it. Thanks. That helps. That's how the algorithm works. Henry, I really hope you're learning to program. It sounds like you're at least savvy with the computer to know how to drive it really good. But if you can also learn to be a mechanic, a computer mechanic, and get under the hood. A lot of people know how to drive a car, but they don't know how to fix a car. So a lot of people know how to drive a computer really well, but learning how to fix a computer or make a computer, make a car, fix a car, that, young man, is going to be a valuable skill. I tell you. You understand the difference? Okay, let's get back. Let's get some of this other color here. I'm dilly-dallying a little bit. want to make this a little smaller, this shape. So I'm going to push it in with some background, which kind of softens that edge a little. Doesn't that look a little brighter now? It looks like there's a little little glow spot happening there. Phew, pulled it off. Let's get back here. BRB, I will be right here. It's pretty incredible to be talking to you, Henry. And you were like, I'm talking to you on the computer now. And I remember when you were like a little goomer crawling around on the couch. So amazing. Like, time flies, buddy. I'm glad you're getting smart. Yeah, it looks like it's lit. Lit. Yeah, man. Soften that. Boop, boop. Okay. Let's get a little more orange. He was always smart. I know. But now it's like he can get through to us better. And he's like, gonna learn how to fix your computer. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Yeah. Looks like a helicopter spot. Yeah, kind of. That's cool. Boop. That would definitely be something that would be going on in a scene like this. I'm going to make it a little more elliptical, if you know what I mean. And this guy here, he probably is going to be lit by the light. Some of these people in the standing in here. Okay, I'm going to push that out a little further because we're going elliptical. Yo, I know what you mean. Yeah. And then, these are tricky transitions. When you have light shining on, two different colors, and you can start to get a little bit like, uh-oh, I'm getting confused here. Okay, so that'll be a light. Let me see something here. Is it? Huh. So I guess there's going to be another light on the other side because there's another street lamp here. Let's put another light in. You should give Spotlight Man clothes since he's lit up. I know. This guy right here, his white hoodie is going to be catching that light. So he's definitely, and so yeah, we can make this ellipse. Let's go a little further around him. See now? Ellipses are like my eternal nemesis. You know, it's one of those things where you can know nothing about drawing and perspective, but you know when an ellipse is wrong, and then people are just like, meep, meep. What's wrong with that? It looks weird. I know. Told the story before. Then, you know, I had Gary Meyer, the greatest perspective master. I don't think anyone will be a master like that anymore, because we're so digital now. And he showed me a couple of times, and I was so embarrassed that I had to ask him another time. Could you explain to me how to make a wheel look like it's in perspective on an axle? He's like, yeah, this angle, and then this, and then you do a T-square, and then you, oh man. I couldn't get it. And then I think I just figured, forget it. Forget it. This is going into the shade. You should, okay, yeah, we're being a little bit fussy-wussy. Might be a little light. No, that's too dark. What? Whoa. That's too. It's a lot. There's a little playing a little bit of back and forth right now. But I think I found it. But you can draw paint cylinders, right? Because a wheel is just a stubby cylinder. Yep, you're right. You're right. I can draw a cylinder, buddy. But then it gets complicated. There's certain things about ellipses. They're magical. It's a form of magic, perspective, witchcraft. What if those Southern Baptist crazy ministers that are always protesting everybody no matter what? I mean, if they started to think that perspective was like wicked, and you couldn't even do things in perspective anymore. Yeah. Okay. Put a little bit of that right there. All right. And then there's going to be another one right here. So you know what? I'm going to draw a little ellipse first in chalk. Let me get a piece of chalk here. This is going to help because the chalk leaves a line, but it's going to go away. So let's do another. Here's the light, and the ellipse is going to be There will be the center. So it's going to go about like that. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay. Let's start putting some colors. Excuse me. So, got this. Pow, pow, pow. Poo, 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 poo. I'm being a little bit timid. I could tell. What are the Molotov? Well, yeah. That's going to be 2020's favorite cocktail. The Molotov cocktail. Whap, whap. People are going to be handing out recipes. I hope not. Claire, here's the thing. You know, like I just read that for one reason or another, yeah, I need to put on some paint gets rid of, yeah. I was reading that the funding for small business bailouts has run out of money. What a bunch of BS. That is total BS. It is so makes me mad. Because when have you ever heard the Pentagon be like, well, we got to pull out of Afghanistan because we're out of money? You know, when have you ever heard Homeland Security be like, oh, well, we can't have another giant, intrusive database sucking all your information because we ran out of money? There's infinite money. They spend like there's infinite money, and they have been spending like there's infinite money since 1971, and they know it, and they tell us that we don't get to spend like that. So they've spent the last 50 years getting all this easy money from an infinite money tree to fund the deindustrialization of the country, to wage endless wars, to, Corona 4.0. Well, right. So now they're telling us there's no money? Please. You guys are pushing it, man. You're pushing your luck. Okay. I'm going to get a little lighter. Right in the center of this. Well, Claire, I'm reading more about mixed modern monetary theory, MMT, which, if you watch like videos like Steve Keen talking about it, or the guy who kind of came up with the concept, Warren Mosler, it explains how governments spend today. And Neil Kashkari said in an interview somewhere recently, 60 Minutes or something, he's like, well, the Federal Reserve has infinite money. His eyes bulging out of his head. Oh, the Federal Reserve has infinite money. So we're going to infinitely bail out Wall Street, but then tell you we got to tax you so that whenever we want to build something that's, Ay, ay, ay. I need to let that energy into this painting, but I'm still just being a little timid. I'm going to try to resist just getting thicker and thinking that that's what it needs. It doesn't always need to get thicker. Okay. And we'll put these stripes on. And they're really light. But not that light. I fell into that trap before. Okay, so let's make them like that. And like that. We got to figure, it's going to take a few passes to get this right. But whatever. Another spotlight. Okay. Working. Happening. Something. Another light. Sort of. Black flag. Claire, it's on my Twitter feed. This guy Warren Mosler, he's got this essay he wrote that's like 4 pages, and it says banks need to do this, or governments need to force banks to not be able to do this and not do this and not do this. And then he's got, it should be the 10 Commandments or something, because what this guy's saying is that, I don't know. I don't know what he's saying specifically politically or what his angle is on that, but what I get out of it is that it is the way modern money and banking and governments work, but the distribution of this power is so bad. And over the last 50 years, the banking and the finance industry has changed so many laws that it isn't capitalism. It's so unfair. That's why people hate capitalism, because what's been for the last 50 years is so excuse me, need some water. So wrong. Well, you know what? It's always been wrong, right? Yeah. This is the best. It could be the best right now. But we don't have we lost that money power. That's why the Public Bank of LA is so important. I really hope that is moving forward. Okay. So we did that. I'm going to lighten the sidewalk here a little bit more. I need some more white. I want to put a few more of these glow spots. And so I figured, that there'd be one under here. And here. There. Here, there. Let's get those blended a little more. So I'm going to mix this color of the sidewalk. Thumbs up. Yeah. I want to know Herb Wesson. When Herb Wesson and then Gavin Newsom got the public banking thing changed, that happened. That was like a miracle. And that, if they would just make that institution real right now, digitally, which is all the real it needs to be in this day and age, that we could kick Wells Fargo to the curb. LA would be taking back the money power. It really would be an incredible thing. And then it would be a rough start, but by the time, Henry would be someone who could really benefit from something like that. You figure it's worth it. Gradations, man. Blop, blop, blop. Blop, 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 blop. I gotta say, I do kind of like looking in the looking at what I'm painting while I'm painting it looking at it on the TV screen. It's helpful. It's kind of another perspective. Getting a little low on this transparent red oxide. Music. I know I don't have any music, so I'm just humming to myself, I guess. I'll stop. I just heard the whole world say stop in my mind. I listen to Vexento TiVo when I don't have gaming music. Yeah. Well, right. I mean, I might have music on, but when I'm streaming, I would have to get the music going on like my phone so that my Wi-Fi is just working to get the stream looking good. So I turned all my devices off, turned everything off. If you know what I mean. Buster Brown. Ugh. Am I just covering this with another coat? Pretty much. Okay. JJEZ, what's your it is my upload speed is about 1 and my download speed is about 16. I upgraded. Upgrade. I got the upgrade package. Because before, you know, like that to me was the last thing it took me to figure out before I started to like stream was, oh, I have really bad internet. HM, what does that mean? Holy moly? Is that slow or whatever? I had to pay another $10 a month for that. Extra speed. If that is speedy, I don't know. Maybe you're saying that's nothing. I don't know. Bruh. You're about to tell me something. What is it, bruh? The suspense is killing me, bruh. Bruh. Still says bruh. Bruh. Bro. You're supposed to say that with like your teeth clenched, right? What's up, bro? Because you don't want to get punched in the face with your mouth open. By the way, Mbps stands for megabits per second. That's right. So what does that mean, bruh? Do I got the speed? I mean, the stream's coming through clear, right? There's no jumping. There's no skipping. Too much. Not too much. Half my grocery budget is cookies. He's raiding the cookie jar. Man, I am on like I'm just eating half of what I ever ate. But Henry's, you're going through a growth spurt for sure. You're just like, let me get this loogie out. Henry, you are using every, what the heck is it? Every molecule to grow into a giant. $300. Right. Well, then I'm doing good. Because mine's with a capital M, so that's like 16 gigabytes, or I don't know. I don't know. Bruh. Molecules. Every prion. Those are like crooked molecules. They make all your other molecules have bad posture. They get all crooked. Where do you learn such things, little Harry Potter? Blah. Uh-huh. He's watching lots of science. Oh, cool. I'm watching a lot of videos about engines and stuff. They're pretty, like, Jay Leno's got a bunch of cool videos. That's right, man. And then everything's just a vibration. It's all just a big vibration. The force. It's all the force. Nope, that is way. Uh, let's see. I'm guessing the prions are made of neutrons. Huh. Yeah, they get down to that quantum level, man, and it's like it's like a cartoon. It's like cartoon physics. doesn't make sense. Jeez. But ding, Luke. Dude. What's up, dude? Are you watching me live, Luke? I'm live. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, I have to check that later, Luke. I just got a ding. You ever get a ding and you can't answer it? I do. I just got one. Ding, ding, macaque. That's right. We're just chickens in a big Skinner box, buddy. No, we're not. You have to fight your way out of the Skinner box. Oh. Well. Got to use your fingers sometimes. You know, that's how they know it's an original Leonardo. It's because he's got his fingerprints on it from blending the paint with his gall ding danged fingers. Little lighter. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Where was that? That was right there. Too pink. Let's make it a little more yellow. A little lighter. Always changing it around a little bit. Little lighter. Yeah. That works. The Skinner box is the stupidity of the government. Yeah, well, I think it's corporatism. You know, it's just like always trying to sell you something, make you feel a certain way. That's right. Hopefully, got all the right angles here. I'm not blocking the painting too much. So yeah, we got these lights. We got the glow glowing. The glow's working. I want to break up this edge here. This is now I'm palette knife painting right here now. Right now. You're witnessing it. Let's get that over. I like that. Looks like bumpy. Okay, and then I'm going to take this dark and push it the other way. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is that? How could I be getting a... I'll have to end the stream, maybe. How long has it been? How long have we been going? I don't speak blah, 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 blah letter words. What is that? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm going to call that fella back. So this will just be a limited stream. I guess it's been in about an hour. Finally got somewhere in this painting. Made some kind of progress. And maybe we'll 73 minutes. There you go. Our palette is really, we're in right in key. This, So I'm going to, if you ever get bored, don't play with a Pez because you will pinch yourself. Pinch yourself where? On the face? I guess anywhere. You will pinch yourself. If you are fooling around with a Pez, you may very well get the pinch. Lessons in life right there. Thumb. That means you liked it, I guess, right? Thumb. I'm going to thumb it. Thanks for thumbing it up. Now we're going to pop up onto the curb, which is that's too light. I'm going to go about there. Just a little bit. Get way more orange. A little bit lighter. Close. There. It's a start. It's a start. Let's get a little lighter on that red right there. Might be a little much. You know. Thumb. Thumb. Thumb's going on. Thumb. The thumb happening here. Thumb happening. What it is ain't exactly clear. Time flies when you're streaming. Streams by. Time keeps on streaming, streaming, streaming. Into the future. Boo, 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 boo. Wow, 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 wow. Time keeps on streaming, streaming, streaming. Into the future. Bo, 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 bo. Blend. Nope. Little lighter. That looks about right. Nighttime. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I have not used any of this blue yet. Oh, too green. Let's add some of that transparent red oxide, see what happens. All right. 80 minutes so far. Let's get to 120. Well, I don't want to ignore my friend's call. But I don't want to talk to him live on the air. So I'm going to have to come to a compromise. You know, maybe I'll come back online later. Start streaming again. Maybe I'll do that. Huh? 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 Get that beautiful glow like a Kincaid painting. Look at that. Magic lamps. Magical glowing lamplight. Whoop, too dark. That looks better. Ay, ay, ay. Painting looks great. Well, yeah, thank you. It looks a little better. It was it was a little flat. So I think that popping up some of these lighter spots is helping. It's helping. Perspective is off, but you know what? I'm still gonna sacrifice perspective for color. At the moment, I'm sacrificing perspective for trying to hack out this color. Because I'm making this up from a drawing. I didn't get a good picture of it at night. I went to the spot a few more times. But I tried to remember what the lamps looked like and stuff. And then getting the some of the cop lights and people, yeah, throwing some Molotov cocktails. It's going to look pretty cool. Yeah, more depth. That's right. Thank you. So it did improve a little bit. I have an idea. I'll give the POV of behind a helicopter windshield. Heh! Right, like the whole painting. I could do that in the computer. Make a GIF. Make a GIF, baby. Making GIFs. Okay. I think this line would go. I have an idea. Oh, okay. I read that. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. Let's see here. Come in. Mork calling Orson. Come in, Orson. You'll have to ask your mom about Mork, Henry. Mork. Dork calling Blorson. Come in, Blorson. Mm-hmm. Oh. Getting out of key here. That. More orange. That's better. This painting is so orange. But you know what I did? I glazed it with orange. And now I glazed it on top of the dry underpainting, which is kind of too light. And now I'm kind of trying to paint the colors of the glaze. If you plan to add Molotov, red oxide might work. Well, I haven't really used a lot of intense. I mean, I'm using orange, but I'm mixing it down. I'm breaking the color, as they say. But I have got plenty of super intense orange in reserve for just those very pops. And we're going to go even beyond burger, beyond transparent red oxide into cad orange, some other crazy orange. Yes, but that'll be a nice touch. Mm-hmm. Not sure what that's all about. You got a trick up your sleeve. Yeah. Fire. TNT. I remember how much you were into that song, AC/DC. I still think they're good. They're good. They rock. If you need to rock, you need to rock. Say goodbye to the Ruffles mom. Oh, Henry, are you eating all the Ruffles? Under lockdown. Ruffle alert. Oh, come on. Just get a gradation. It's a battle of chip wars. Chip battles 2020. Henry on Gilligan's Island, day one. He's like, I ate all the coconuts. I was hungry, Skipper. I ate all the coconuts, Professor. This paper towel has had it. Let's get a fresh one. I want to get this blend. Maybe I'll just use my with my fingers for a minute here. Keep it rough looking. Sometimes you can just get too fussy with a brush. Fussy brushing. I try to avoid fussy brushing like the plague. Yeah. Yeah. Suddenly it's radio silence over at Camp Claire. Full radio silence as the chip. Henry's chomping on the chips, chomping at the bit. Bip, 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 bip. We are eating. Good. Dinner time. Oh no, it's only 4:10. I have, forgive me because I have lost, like a lot of you guys, I've kind of lost track of time. I definitely have a different schedule now. Up earlier, to bed later. I need to go up on the roof today, you guys. I need to get some sun or some fresh air. I think that's when I'm going to call my friend. Claire, you know Luke. He's the guy that just rang up, and I didn't answer it. Hmm. I am working from home. Yeah. Hmm. Well, let's darken that a little bit. Ugh. Ugh. Dinner time. Can't eat this. Do 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 do. Can't eat this. Do no no no. Do do. Can't eat this. Do no 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 no. Can't eat this. Do no no no. Do do. Dinner time. Down don't down don't don't down don't don't down don't down don't down don't down don't down. Is that what you're singing, Henry? Did I guess it? Can't eat this. Can't eat this. Can't eat this. Can't eat this. Yeah. Psychic power. Bling. It's because great minds think alike. That's how it is. I just heard a doodaloot. Doodaloot. How about, let me look at it in the reflection. And I think I'm going to log out. Log back in later. All right, I like it. Check it out in the mirror. Yeah. Not bad. It's got more light. Okay, well, maybe we'll log back in later, maybe not. But for now, we're going to end the stream. Thanks for liking. Thanks for watching. And we're going to say good night. We're ending the stream. Hugs to Claire and Henry and Dan.